Hi everyone, it's Nicole Wilkins with FitnessRx for Women, and this is my next question and answer segment where I took your questions from Facebook and I'm going to answer them for you today. So the first question I have is, how often do you work your lower body? I actually train my legs only one time a week now. I usually do higher repetitions, lots of plyometrics, moderate weight. I don't lift super heavy on my legs because they have a tendency to gain muscle fairly quickly. So I've gotten them where I want them to be now, and it's more about maintaining for me. So I only need to work them once. Do you have an off day with training during your figure prep, or do you train a full 7 days a week? I currently do cardio 7 days a week, but as far as weight training, I'm on a 5-day weight training split, so I do have 2 days off of the weights. And during those days, I might incorporate yoga or something like that. But yeah, currently I do 7 days a week cardio. How can I clean my system before starting a nutrition plan? Do I need to detox? Well, if you're starting a nutrition plan and it's clean, whole, real foods, from a tree, from the ground, or from an animal, it's almost like a detox in its own because you're eliminating all processed foods and artificial sweeteners and fillers. So I think that just by changing your diet to include more real whole foods is almost like a detox in its own. How much cardio do you do in season versus competition season? Well, all year round, I do a minimum of 6 days a week, 45 minutes a day. My body tends to gain weight fairly easy, so I like to do cardio, and it's something that I incorporate all the time. In competition season, it will go up to 45 minutes in the morning, 45 minutes at night, 7 days a week, just depending on my progress. So I typically do nearly about an hour and a half each day. What is a good exercise plan if you want to do a figure competition? Is training one body part a day best? Well, if you're trying to gain muscle, figure competing is all about shaping your body to look a certain way. So you want to either build up your upper body if your legs are big, or build up your legs if your upper body tends to be a little bit bigger. So it's all about the balance. So by incorporating single muscle group training, i.e. chest one day, back one day, etc., it will allow you to work each muscle group higher volume, all different angles, so that you can really transform your body to look the way that you want it and really work the balance of your physique. So I do recommend single body part training if you are competing as a figure athlete. And the last question I have is a little bit of a long one. I'm having trouble slimming down my legs. I have been competing in figure for about a year and a half now. I've always noticed that I have the most muscular legs of all the competitors in competition photos. I'm afraid this may be hindering me. How would you suggest I go about getting them smaller? It seems to me that they always just get bigger when I lift and when I do cardio, but I don't want to neglect them because I also don't want them to get soft. Thank you. Well, if your legs are overpowering your physique and they tend to be more muscular than your upper body, then your balance would be off, and in that case you would definitely need to change up and work the balance of your physique. I actually had the same problem. If you look back at my photos from the 2008 IFBB Figure Olympia, you'll see that I was pretty much quadzilla. My legs were very muscular, overpowering my upper body. So I don't recommend this long term, but in order for me to get the muscle down, I had to stop weight training. And I did this for about a year, and I did a lot of track work, like sprinting. I did a lot of running at that time to really bring down my legs. So because I was not completely neglecting them, like I would do long duration lunges, or every other week I'd incorporate a plyometric day, I still had a ton of muscle, so I wasn't worried about not having the definition. And with a proper diet, you'll be able to, you won't have to worry about them getting soft. If your legs are overpowering them, chances are you have enough muscle there already. Once I got them to the point where they're where I wanted them to be, I could start incorporating weight training, but I still keep my repetitions higher, because I know that if I were to start really heavy squatting again and doing heavy weight training, they would probably gain muscle again and go back to where they were before. So I just keep that really closely monitored. I still do run, I still do track work, so I really do a lot of high intensity stuff, and that has helped definitely keep my legs a little smaller. So hopefully that helps you out. It's not something you have to do long term, but in order to get them to where you need to be, that may be an option. I hope that answers your questions for this week. Until next week, keep living the fit life, and I'll see you guys soon.